fellow inventors. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream, you guys. Welcome, my name is Wilson Goldfinch, your steampunk inventor from the sky city of Leviton. Here to fly into your day. How is everybody doing today on this lovely Monday? Starting the week. We're starting the week. Oh my gosh, we're starting the week. I don't know if it's crazy for you guys, but for me at least, I've had a long weekend, so this day feels well, technically a long break. Still leading up to now, so just it feels like it's been like years. How are we all doing? Hello. We're just gonna give it a little bit for people to start flowing in. How is everyone doing? We're gonna talk a little bit about OSHIUPLINK today. I am so excited. I don't even know where to start. To be truly honest with you guys, inventors, I honestly don't know where to start. Now let's you know what would be a good place to start? Let's start with some music. Let's get get that going. Hopefully this is not too loud. I have something in the background because this is just gonna be a just chatting stream, so we're not gonna really do too much today. Besides just kind of yap. Oh man, I haven't streamed in what, 2 months? I want to say. I think that's last check. Let's see. Yep, 2 months ago, we did A Tale of Many Realms. If you don't know what that is, we're actually working on a tabletop role-playing game of original design, trying to make an original system, an original world as well, based on my, because you call it my lore, my VTuber lore. This is gonna be interesting. You guys will hopefully once it's out, we can, you know, off stream I can test some things with some friends. Perhaps we can get a collab going with other VTubers. Perhaps that'd be kind of fun. Test out the system like that. That'd be really neat. Yeah, we're here today to kind of just yap. Inventors, we're here today to just kind of yap. It has been. I will say though, I know I say this every time I come back because I feel like I should be predicting this now because I have made the announcement that I'm gonna be switching to more video format stuff. Not too much streaming, at least not as regular as before. I'm still gonna have the occasional stream here and there whenever something pops up, like OSHIUPLINK, first ever Canadian VTuber convention. Hello, crazy stuff. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I just want to go over some other stuff right now because I honestly need time to organize my thoughts because I could just go on a tangent right now about everything. But I want to keep it organized. I want to have some flow to this stream and not just be me yapping. I mean, that's kind of the point of a just chatting stream, but still, not just like directionless yapping, you know. Hope everyone's day is going well. That their Mother's Day went well yesterday. Hope everybody was able to say Happy Mother's Day to their mothers, and if not, I hope you're spending it with your friends and family. You know, those that are close to you. A little swig of water there. Yeah. Well, inventors. But yeah, I was just saying. I did make the announcement that I am not gonna be doing too much live stream stuff. More so video content because I do want to still put content out there. It's just being in Inventors Uni and everything is a bit challenging. So we're going through that right now. So doing a little switch up in terms of content because I'm realizing, well, duh, right? I'm realizing that, oh, who knew? Live streaming takes a lot of time out of your hands. Who actually knew? From preparing it, you know, if you don't have a team like I do, I'm just solo doloing this, if you want to call it that, solo doloing this. It's only me, so I can only do so much as one person, and I do, surprise, surprise, have a life outside of streaming. What? Crazy. That's crazy. What? YouTubers have lives outside of streaming? That's insane. I should never heard this track before. This is interesting. First time hearing this. Cerberus. Nice, very cool. And we're back to this playlist too. I haven't heard this playlist in so long. Excuse me, slurring over my words. Obviously, you can tell I haven't done this in a while. Oh my gosh. Realistically, 2 months isn't that long, right? But it's just, it feels like it's been years. I'm gonna say that just fair warning, I'm probably gonna say that every time I return back to streaming after a while. Like after this one, it's probably gonna be another like 2-3 months till I do a live stream again. I will probably, as I said, put out video content, so no worries on content side there. I have some things in the works right now. But man, just taking, yeah. I'm probably gonna say that every time. I'm like, oh my gosh, this feels so foreign. I'd forgotten how to stream. Whoa, oh no. Nah, we're good here. Yeah, inventors. I honestly just want to get into it. There's a lot I want to talk about. But of course, hope you all had a lovely Mother's Day yesterday. I want to finish my thought on that. Yesterday, our family went out. We had a little nice, like, yakiniku kind of thing on a Japanese grill. Very, very tasty, very yummy stuff. It's not like a true, like, yakiniku experience. Because obviously they had little mixes of other cultures and the food and whatnot. I can't tell you guys the name of it because I believe it's a local place, so I would dox myself, but trust me when the food is so good. I don't think I took any photos though, unfortunately. I think I was just enjoying the food that much. I was like, You know when you you go to like a barbecue place or you just have like good food that you haven't had in a while? Maybe you haven't like gone out to eat in a while either. Because lately, I don't know about you guys, lately I've been like making food a lot at home. Mostly because it's like, I don't want to say cheap because this economy, but relatively cheaper to like, you know, make food yourself than to eat out every day. That's kind of a given. Have you seen the prices at like fast food places like McDonald's? Like crazy stuff. Like I remember the other day we went to order some stuff just because our family was kind of on like a road trip or something. We had to like think it was a road trip, or maybe even for OSHIUPLINK. I don't even remember. But we were kind of just rushed for time, so you know it's like, oh okay, guess we'll get some McDonald's or whatnot. And turns out, yeah, those prices have hiked up. I'm like, gosh dang, I don't remember exactly how much, but it's like the classic cheeseburger. I think it was like what, like oh gosh, I don't even remember. It's definitely priced up though. It's definitely not as I remembered it. Like, oh my gosh, why are these prices so fucking high? Like I believe, I can't tell you like obviously the individual item amounts, but I believe that like when when we went to order stuff and looked at our bill afterwards, it was like $20-30. I'm like, what the heck? I'm spending 20-30, like imagine that, $20-30 every single day. You know, assuming that you go to fast food place every single day like McDonald's. Crazy things, crazy numbers, absolutely insane. But yeah, so because I haven't been eating out too much, finally going to like a nice sit down restaurant, kind of just eating, and just, especially like barbecue, that just warms up the soul. It is so nice. They had so many different varieties of food there too. They had like, you know, the standard grill meat options. They had like I think they had some like Korean dishes as well. Maybe some. I definitely remember they had sushi. That was, sushi is so good, so good. Although it's like more, obviously more westernized sushi, but still, so good. Oh, what is this song? Yeah, let me know as well if you want to boost up the BGM or not, inventors. I might actually do a little bit of that because I'm seeing on my end it's a bit low. I'm gonna boost this up a little bit for you guys. Man, that was a yummy meal. That was yummy meal. Good time spent with family. I hope you guys are doing the same with your friends or family. And if not, hey, we can hang out here today. Alrighty. I want to talk about OSHIUPLINK though. I want to get right into it. Because I don't know how many of you guys have seen this going around on socials and whatnot, but if you don't know, which I don't know what rock you'd be living under if you don't know about a huge VTuberCon happening, a new one at that. But then again, maybe you're not local and you don't really know too much about this, but hey, that's fair enough too. But OSHIUPLINK happened last weekend. I wanted to do a stream basically the week after the con, so like, or technically it would have been the week of the con because the last day was Sunday. I wanted to do a stream like, I think I said Thursday or Friday. I think I remember saying to myself. Thursday or Friday last week. I think just got a little bit busy, so I'm like, I mean, we can put it off to this week. I did also announce that it was probably going to, either be sometime last week or this week, and here we are on a lovely Monday, yapping about yapping about VTubers. But oh my gosh, OSHIUPLINK. I don't even know where to start with this. First of all, if you don't know what I'm referring to, this is the first ever VTuber convention in Canada, which is crazy. It's not like your typical like how do I explain, like anime expo type con, where it's like it has anime stuff, it has like pop culture things, like a little bit of everything kind of deal. It's not necessarily like that, but it's a specific like VTuber convention for VTubers and VTuber fans. So that was really sick to see. They hosted it at the, I'm gonna butcher this, I think it's the Sheridan Hotel, question mark? The Sheridan Conference Hotel or whatever it's called. I can't remember the full name. But yeah, they had a conference center attached to a hotel, which was nice. It was really fun. I want to maybe talk about a little bit more about that later, in more of the details, but just to give you the general overview of like what it was. It was actually the person that came up with the idea is actually a local VTuber, at least in Canada. Maybe we'll shout her out today as well, but I haven't done my like VTuber shoutouts in a while, so you can honestly do 2 shoutouts today. I was gonna originally shout out someone else we're gonna talk about later. If you know who this is, I was originally gonna shout out Kira P, Raptor Girl, because I found her. I attended one of her panels on Yap Maxing, basically just how to yap, on stream, in content, in life, how to basically just keep talking and never stop. So hopefully I'm gonna be using some of what she's told us today. If maybe you've noticed, maybe you haven't, but actually I'm gonna fact check myself before I say anything. Yeah, I don't usually put like questions in stream titles, so that was a suggestion that was made. I have a pinned comment as well. Hopefully you guys let me know, who is your VTuber Oshi. I'd love to know. If you're a lurker, that's totally fine. We're here to chill anyway, so but yeah, let me know who you guys' Oshi is. Love to know. Both Twitch folks and YouTube as well. But yeah, we're gonna talk about OSHIUPLINK. Be fun stuff. I feel like I keep repeating myself, but as I'm switching between my notes here. That was another thing as well. I mentioned that like to have a list of notes. That's totally fine to have notes, especially for stream, because I feel like if you want a list of just chatting topics and like actually want to stay on topic and not like derail you're just chatting into like a random mix of tangents, having some notes is good. Obviously you don't have to like write paragraphs like a whole essay or anything, but having some jot notes like I do right now, just so you can guide your thoughts. It's also nice because like I found when I was writing it, I was just like, oh yeah, I can actually see all my thoughts now on this whole page, because it's been like a day or two since I've seen these notes. So it's just like, oh yeah, I can like remember why I wrote this, how I wrote this, what I was thinking maybe when I was writing it. Nice. Honestly, I should probably do that more if we have more just chatting streams like this, because I think it'd be a nice way to just vibe, chill. We've done like in the past, we've done like work streams, where it's like come be productive with me, like work on something while I work on something and just chat. And those seem to be pretty chill. You guys seem to like those streams, so who knows? Maybe I'll do more of those in the future, but we'll just see, because that does take time and it does require me to kind of like not respond to anything else going on in my life right away. So we'll see about those. Again, more video content and streaming stuff. I just want to make that clear. Yeah, OSHIUPLINK was so fun. I might as well just go through my notes now, because what I want to do hopefully later today is to raid into KRP Raptor Girl and say her thanks. At least I want to say some thanks to her for the con and all that in that panel. The gap maxing, really helpful, honestly. But before that, I want to like, we might also, I was gonna say early in the stream, I was just like, hey, we probably should shout out this other person as well. Who actually was the local VTuber that started, basically came up with the idea for the con, I believe like a year ago initially. If you don't know who I'm talking about, I'm referring to Podkin VT. He's a Goblin VTuber on, I believe, Twitch and YouTube. Or actually, I don't know if she actually has a YouTube. Let's see. I do know for sure she has a Twitch, so go check that out, Twitch folks. So it's Podkin, that's Podgeain. Right after the stream, you guys can check that out. Hello, first time chatters, how are we doing? I see you try to do the Discord thing. Unfortunately, we don't have a Discord set up just yet. I'm trying to put in the works. I know some people have been wanting that. And I honestly want that too, because I want to be able to talk to you guys, you know, while I'm not on stream and just say hi. But anyway, hello, welcome, all the love. Pinky Rose, let me know who your Oshi is if you have one. Do you have a VTuber Oshi? I know I do. Personally, I think I've talked about this on stream before. I honestly love I have a lot of respect for Callie, Live Mori from Hololive English, because she was the one that got me into VTubers, so a lot of respect to her on that. I love what she's doing recently with music and just all the content, but also I'm kind of worried because this is a little tangent here, but like, guys, have you seen what Callie's posted recently about the her like indefinite hiatus? Well, that's kind of it's kind of worrying. I hope that means that like she's actually taking a break and not just, you know, just being like, oh, I'm taking a break and then doing other stuff on the side. Because gosh, I know, because I know she's done that in the past. If you've been following Callie's activities, she's said, oh yeah, I'm going on a break, and then she's like on her alt account or something like that, she'll be like, oh, posted this thing. I'm like, great, we love that. Good for you, working hard, but please don't work too hard. We're all here for you. Please don't work too hard. Yeah, let me know who your VTuber Oshi is. I would love to know. But yeah, Podge was the one that started up, had the idea, sort of VTuberCon in Canada, which very exciting stuff. When I heard the announcement, I initially saw it on Instagram, and I was just like, wait, what is this? OSHIUPLINK. I saw Oshi, and I was just like, ooh, interesting, what is this? Clicked into the post, and it was like, VTuberCon in Canada? Yo, I gotta take a trip there. That is, I gotta take a trip down there. Oh my gosh, so cool. I was honestly kind of worried because I ordered tickets, like I did all the ticketing stuff and like meet and greet, signed up for meet and greets and all that like a week before the con started. So I was expecting it to be pretty popular because like I'm this excited for a VTuberCon, you know, in Canada, and we haven't really had one. I mean, technically you could say Anime North, but you know, in one of the big ones in Canada. Technically you could say that, but I'm like, yeah, but it's more so like an anime and then there's VTubers kind of thing, right? And also pop culture things as well. It's not just like anime. There's a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm like, if there's not much interest, because I remember when going to Anime North, I remember there being a lot of interest in like the VTuber panels. Like obviously they invited big guests, so it's kind of obvious that there'd be a lot of people. But I remember very distinctly back in, I want to say 2024, 2023, they invited the Try Lily there. Oh my goodness, I've never seen a line so long for a single talent. It wasn't even like a group panel or anything. It was like a just you know, just Charlie Lily herself. I was like, oh my goodness, absolutely insane. The line wrapped outside of the building. They had, or not outside the building, but they had multiple, like, it wrapped, you know, into the proper line section and then wrapped back around again. And if you know how long the halls are in that con center, it is crazy stuff. It just wrapped like 2 or 3 times around. I was like, oh my goodness. It got to the point where, like, because this is in a separate section of the building where, like, you can only enter from the outside, they had to, like, tell people, hey, if you're not here for the panel, leave. Like, if you're not here for the panel, leave, please, because there's just so much people there. So I was kind of expecting some, you know, a decent amount of people there at the con, and lo and behold, there were so much people. Oh my god. I don't know why I'm surprised. I talked about this with a lot of people there at the con that were, you know, kind of just passing by and got to talking. I was just like, did you expect this much people here at the con? And all of them, I had some mixed responses. I was just like, some people said, oh yeah, no, I honestly expected this because, you know, first VTuber con, big VTuber con in Canada. Obviously people are gonna come down and enjoy it. I don't know how much their numbers, like numbers wise, they were expecting initially, and I do hope they surpass that by a lot, because from the numbers, I think if I remember correctly, they said there were over like 1K attendees. So I was just like, oh, we could have a second year. If we have a second year, I'm going again. This might become my, like, go-to convention for the year. I'm not gonna lie. I do have some notes, so I do hope they next year, cross your fingers, that they make like different types of passes, because they only had a weekend pass, a founder's pass, which is like, because, you know, their first time starting up, they had a special pass which gave you access, like early access to meet and greets, I think, more time, I believe, also at meet and greets, a bunch of like nice quality of life perks, and then obviously you're on the founders wall, so it's like you could, and on their sites as well, you can see your name and get immortalized there, which is really nice. I don't know if it was worth the $200 for the pass. I personally didn't get it. I just got the weekend pass, which is actually not a bad price. It's like, what, it was like 50 after tax. I think it was like 57.60 something. Keep in mind this is Canadian prices, but yeah, 57.60. I want to say 57.63 if I remember. It's honestly not bad for 2 days. Like that's pretty good, and you get to like attend all these panels and like go to all these places. But I do wish that like they had on their site like pass for 1 day, because sorry, water break. But honestly, like, I would have, because I was debating whether, that's why I was like waiting so long to get the pass or get all the con stuff, and like I was waiting, it was like, are they gonna release a 1 day bad kind of thing? Because 2 days is fine, you know. It's like, at least it's not like on a Friday as well. It's not like a Friday and a Saturday, because if it was Friday Saturday, yeah, that kind of doesn't work for my schedule. So I would have to basically waste money on one whole day. I'm just like, I don't know about that, but thank goodness it was like the Saturday and Sunday, because even though, you know, on the Sunday I did come back home late. It was such a good weekend, honestly. Chat inventors, I don't know how much of you actually went to the con. Let me know if you actually did go to this convention, or if you heard about it through some friends. But I don't know about you guys. I'm still kind of tired from this, and it's been a week. I don't know what happened, guys. I think I might have caught something. I'm not gonna lie, the after con sickness is all too real. I'm forgetting how that was like, because I didn't go to any conventions last year, so it's just like, no, never mind. I did. It was, yeah, you know, it was Anime North. Stupid. But yeah, I was planning not to go to any conventions last year. That's why I'm like thinking, oh yeah, maybe I didn't go to any conventions. Maybe the sickness just was so bad I just forgot. I don't know. It's been a long year. But yeah, like, honestly, I think I'm catching something. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm catching something, because it's like,
How am I still exhausted after a whole week? I should be recovered by now. I don't know. Hopefully we haven't caught anything. Prage chat. But yeah, honestly, again, big ups to Podge for hosting and for like organizing it all together, getting everybody together. They seem really like smooth and professional about it. From what I've heard, it seems like everyone, like all the staff, all the volunteers and stuff, they've been a part of these bigger events or like cons or other things like that before. So it's like, it's just so nice because it just makes the whole process smoother, so much more like efficient, professional, and just like I would assume as well on the side of the vendors over there, the artists, the people at the exhibit hall, all that. Even some of like the VTubers that attended, like and were part of like, let's say, meet and greets and whatnot. I bet that was pretty smooth on their end too. If I'm getting, you know, from someone who's just an attendee there, it was already like really well organized. I can only imagine how well it was like behind the scenes as well. And yeah, it was really fun stuff. I will say though, if you ever, this is kind of like a general for like all con goers and whatnot, but I feel like what I realized after this is just like, if you want like the best experience at a convention like this, my best advice honestly is just do like as much as you can. Try to fit like as much as you possibly can, you know, obviously take in consideration your energy levels, like what you want to attend. I honestly kind of went crazy over the weekend because I wanted to fit in every single thing that I could. So like I had to sacrifice like food time. Kind of just was bringing like juice boxes and like we brought like a it's gonna sound so silly. We brought I can't believe I'm saying this. We brought a whole like baguette. I don't know if that's like, if you guys have experienced that. Like what's your guys' like food experience when it comes to cons? Because like, is that standard to just bring a whole baguette? we brought like a whole heckin' baguette. I honestly didn't even dig into it because I was like so full from the breakfast we got. We're actually staying at the hotel this time around, unlike with you know, when you have a convention center like the one they have for Anime North, it's like pretty big. So even if you're staying in a hotel, there's no like hotel attached to the con center, right? You have to, you know, walk over, drive over, whatever it is to even get there. So at that point you really do have to like, it's not as convenient, right? You really kind of do have to make sure you have food or like plans to get food and whatnot. So you will be spending maybe a little bit more money to get that stuff prepared and like, you know, all that good jazz. Is that typical? Bringing heckin' just baguettes and a juice box? Like I feel like the juice box makes sense. We brought some like granola bars as well. Oh my gosh, wait, the granola bars. Oh my gosh, the granola bars. I'm sorry, chat. You're not gonna, I don't know, you're probably not gonna get this unless you attended the con. But I will let you guys on a little something. The reason I'm laughing at granola bars, again, little tangent here, but there was a, I don't know what their purpose was of doing this, but there was a guy that came up to basically like everybody at the con, or at least it seemed like everybody at the con, because I did see them around a lot. Granted, the menu space was kind of small, you know, it was like not as big as venue as Anime North, but you know, very homey for the first year of a VTuber con. But there was this one guy that kept coming up to people asking, hey, what do you think would be better, 3 sticks of string cheese or a granola bar? And they wouldn't even ask like pretty much anything. They would just like say your answer and then they just leave. And I'm just like, that's so funny. Oh, sorry, yeah, that's what that's what it just reminded me of. If you want to know my answer, 3 string cheese all the way. Even though we did bring granola bars, I feel like if we did bring string cheese though, it would kind of just get soggy, or not soggy. That's kind of gross. It would get like soft, right? From all the like we were carrying it in like a little bag, so it'd probably get soft from all the heat inside the bag, or like whatever like merch items we got there as well. So granola bars are good for like lasting. Not so much on the taste. You know, they're kind of just granola bars. I can't really say too much. But yeah, that guy was insane. I don't even know what I have no idea what his purpose was. Like, he's just like, oh hey, I'm gonna go to a VidroCon. Let me note down like string cheese or granola bars, just for the love of the data, I guess. But yeah, really fun addition. Just thinking about that with granola bars. But yeah, food situation was kind of rough, I'm not gonna lie, because I did kind of try to squeeze in as much as things as I can, because I know it's first YouTube. I want to like experience everything, or at least everything I could have, being someone that signed up and got the tickets a week for the concert, right? But yeah, honestly, if you're inventors, if you guys ever like attend convention, let me know if this is your experience as well. If you found this as well, it's like just really got to do. I want to say everything, but like you really do got to do everything. You gotta like really do a bit of everything. You can't like solo in on just like artist alley or like just vendors or just meet and greets. And honestly, that's fine if you like that's what you're comfortable in doing. Like that's totally fine. But I feel like if you want the most rounded experience, right? And coming out of it, like I did feel this, over that weekend of just like, oh wow, community is amazing. Or like just that profound feeling of, man, that was very fulfilling. You probably do want to do a bit more. At least that's my experience, because I'll be honest, in the past, when I attended different conventions and whatnot, I kind of soloed in onto like one or two things, like either just panels or like panels and like artist alley, not really much else. Like I could have honestly gotten some meet and greets and whatnot. But I just didn't. I don't know why I didn't do it. I honestly could have. Some of them would have been free. I guess I just didn't know about it. And how to like go through that process. But yeah, honestly, do that, and like I would say attend a lot of panels or like events that are community based, because panels are nice, but like you're kind of just sitting in a room and someone's like yapping to you, which is not bad, it's kind of like what I'm doing right now, but like it's kind of like what I'm doing right now. But when I mean like sit down and talk, it's just kind of like they're sitting down giving their presentation. Maybe you interact with them a little bit, because again, being like a VidroCon, they're like probably gonna have a camera facing the audience that they can see, you, and then they probably have a mic in the room as well. You can like talk to them. So there's gonna be that like live element to it, but not the same as like attending a community event. Like I went to some concerts, just oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie, I think I lost some hearing. I made the mistake. I don't know why I didn't think this, because I do know you probably should be doing this to protect your ears, is to get some earplugs and whatnot. But I was thinking, you know what? It's a small con, like how big of a room could they have for a full-on concert? And I'm probably predicting like it's not gonna be a huge room, but it's probably gonna be like a medium-sized room. Like it's probably not gonna be too bad. Like they can only fit so much people, kind of thing. I'm like, it's probably not gonna be a big deal, right? Oh, I was wrong. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. The main stage was hecka big. I didn't even know how to like put this in scale. It's not like necessarily like a warehouse kind of big, but it was a decently sized room. I'm not gonna lie. If you take out all the chairs, all the equipment, and just leave the stage there, it is a huge place. But yeah, that was honestly really fun. Concerts. I'll talk a little bit about that in a little bit, but I just want to go over like the general stuff right away right now. We can get into more detail later. Okay, water break. Stay hydrated, folks. Inventors, stay hydrated. A little water break. I know I'm gonna be yapping a lot today, so I got some extra fluids on hand just in case, so I don't have to step out the room. Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, that's probably my best advice when it comes to like just generally, at least from my experience with attending previous conventions and whatnot, is just do a bunch of stuff, like you don't necessarily have to find everything super interesting, but if it's even a little bit interesting, I'd say like go for it. You know, you're here at a convention, you might as well take full advantage of it. You know, you paid money to get here, maybe you paid to like travel here as well. It's like make the most out of it. Probably gonna be exhausted by the weekend, by the end of the weekend, but that's kind of the point with conventions. You want to like tire yourself out because you want to do a bunch of things. You want to meet a bunch of people. You want to do a bunch of stuff. Um, but I do understand like some people might say like, oh well, I'm kind of shy a little bit. You know, kind of shy when it comes to like talking to people or like approaching strangers and just yapping about stuff, even if it is something that I like really like and really enjoy. Let's say you're going to like a Comic Con or something, or you're going to like Anime Expo, those huge conventions, and like people are gonna be there for stuff that you like, but you just feel kind of like there's so much people here. I don't know how to talk. To be fair, I also get that. It was kind of daunting for me as well, just seeing the amount of people there, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna. Ooh, there's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Honestly, like, I don't know what else to say other than just do it, you know, because it is scary. Don't get me wrong. I think a good starting off point is if people, especially if people are in cosplay, compliment their cosplays. Because as someone who at some conventions I've gone to, like, have cosplayed. We I don't know if I don't want to peek the mic by clapping, but we want that. Oh my gosh, I'm peeking the mic. I'm just trying to clap as far away as possible. But we want that. We want that. I feel like if we don't, like, as a cosplayer, it's like it's fine if you're not complimented on your cosplay. That's not a given, but it's like if you are, it just feels so nice because you're like, oh wow, someone actually acknowledged like what I'm dressed in, and it's just like, oh. Nice little thing. Just like I'm assuming either you've put a lot of time into making your cosplay, which is insane. I haven't gotten to that level yet where I can make my own cosplays. That's actually crazy. The amount of time and like detail people put into these things, absolutely insane. But also just like if you're buying it as well, that takes time. That takes some like research, finding out what you want for cosplay, and then what you want to like where you're gonna go buy it, the best price kind of thing, have it shipped over. That's gonna take a bunch of time, especially if you're like shipping from overseas, which most likely you probably are. Yeah, there's a lot of effort as well, right? And then like if you want to tailor fit, like let's say you have a wig or something, you want to tape it up or something like that for the specific cosplay you want to go for, like that's a lot of work too. I'd say that's a good spot to kind of start off in. If like, let's say, you know someone's cosplay, if you notice anything at all about them and you want to say, hey, that's a fun thing, find it out. Go up to someone and just be like, okay, let's say they have like what they have, let's say, brain fart. Oh my gosh, brain fart. I am blanking on everything VTuber right now. Let's say they have like a little keychain or like I know some people have like some plushes as well. It's like some plushes of like their favorite VTuber and stuff, and you're like, let's say someone from Hololive, right? Alright, I guess we could say this as well, like, because I did notice someone have this at the con that I talked to. A little like Fly Himori plush or something like that. Let's say people had something like that. Like, just go up to them and be like, hey, I really like this this plush that you have. And you guys can like kind of talk about the talent, whatever it is. I know I met someone at the con. I don't know if I want to shout them out for privacy reasons, but probably not. Just to be careful. I don't want to dox them or anything like that. In case they don't want me mentioning them on the screen. But I will say that someone I met at the con, we honestly just met in line waiting for like an event, and they noticed that like, I think it was them that noticed like the cosplay I was in that day, and they were like, oh, nice cosplay, sick, I like your cosplay, and then they're like, it reminds me of this YouTuber, is it that? And I'm like, oh, sadly no, but like it's very similar, I can see why it would be like that, right? And then we just had a conversation. And I noticed they were all like dressed up in like one specific talent's merch. No, be more specific, it was they had like full on like Narissa Ravencroft like merch from like they had like little one of the artists were selling like sleep mask Narissa for fan base Jailbird like sleep mask. So he was wearing, the person I met was wearing like one of those, and then they had like the whole like Narissa like it was like a t-shirt or sweater or something like that, pants, and like he got the whole like Ida bag as well. It was so cool. And got the whole Ida bag with all the merch and little things in there. It's like, oh wow, that's so cool. And yeah, so we kind of just got talking about that. But honestly, that's a great spot to kind of just go off, you know? Talk about like just really anything that you notice. And who knows what can come of it? You know, I didn't know that person in the beginning at all, but at the end we came out and I found a at the end we came out. That's crazy. At the end we kind of, you know, we got to know each other a bit more. We just happened to like be attending a lot of the same panels and things together as well. So we got to, that also helped. That we're attending a lot of the same things together. So that was really nice. But again, as I said, it's a smaller venue space, so you're bound to like bump into the same people. But you know, because being their first year, I'd assume that they wouldn't want to go too big, because they just don't have the proof to be like, we can be this big, or it's gonna be that big of an audience, right? But, you know, it was nice. It was honestly really nice to talk to those people. You never know what's gonna come up with just those random conversations, you know. But I do understand when people say like, oh, I'm so nervous to like social anxious or something like that to like go up to talk to people. I'm honestly that way as well when I see someone with like a really cool cosplay or something like that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so cool. I don't know if I want to talk to them or not. Like, like even if I'm like in the same, let's say it's like the same generation of VTuber talents, I'm just like, we should be talking. This is like a good talking point, but I'm like, I don't know. It seems like they're having a conversation. Like I start making these excuses of being like, oh, they're having this conversation. I don't know if I should butt in, or like I try to wait till a moment where like they stop having that conversation. And then be like, oh, hey, I like that thing. Then it just, it kind of just, sometimes it ends up in me just like pacing around that area, and I don't want to seem too creepy, like walking around in circles. So eventually I'm just like, screw it. I'm just gonna go up to them because it's been just so awkward, at least on my end, when it comes to that sort of stuff. But yeah, like honestly, inventors, I do get it if you guys are like that as well, because I am like that for cosplayers who are like have really good at cosplays or characters or like VTubers I know. I'm just like, oh, your cosplay is so good, but society says you can't approach strangers, which is, I mean, warranted, but like at the same time, kind of puts a little social barrier there. I'm like, But yeah, honestly, just go for it. You know, you're all here for the same kind of things. You all want to talk about, I hope at least, want to talk about whatever the con's about. So just be open. Oh, be open-minded. Are you open-minded? Just be like open-minded, you know. I think when you're at a con, just honestly just do like whatever your heart feels like, but obviously within reason. I don't want to be like, do whatever your heart feels like. It's like, my heart feels like breaking down this door right now, you know, like don't do that, obviously. Within reason, inventors. Don't want to cause ruckus and chaos here. All right, I'm gonna take another water break here. Very nice. What I've realized recently too as well, I've been picking up habits from like other VTubers I've watched. I don't know, have you guys done? Yeah, let me know if you've like done that too. It's just like after watching certain streamers or certain VTubers for a while, have you started to pick up on stuff like that they do that you just kind of integrate into your own personality a little bit in your own conversations? Like sometimes to the point where it's just like you don't even know where it came from, or maybe you do know where it come from, but it's just been so like so long and so integrated into your lexicon of just, you know, interacting with people or like having conversations, that is just like it just becomes so natural, you know. Like for example, I've been watching a lot, and I do want to do more streams on this, hopefully, or more videos on the Nikkei Goddess of Victory stuff. Although I do hear they have a 3rd anniversary going on. I might make a video about that. I think I checked the dates. I think it's technically ending in either tomorrow or in like 2 days or something like that. So I'm really late, but hopefully I can get some video in for that. At least claim the sign-in rewards and whatnot. Or try to get something. I hear the units are really nice, but yeah, just like I lost my train of thought. No, my train of thought has left me. Oh no. You know, see, this is something I also learned in the well, I don't know about learned, but like learned again. I was reminded at Europe's channel. This is why I want to like shout him out today, and hopefully raid their stream if we can. We'll see how long this little yapping goes between us inventors. How long we talk for today, but we can. I hope we can raid into therapy. Seems like stream is starting. The stream is starting in like 7. It's supposed to start, but again, I don't know how accurate those times are or not. If there's moments before, I know it's definitely a yapper, so like I don't have to worry about like you know, the stream being too short or anything. So definitely yap, so that's a good thing. I'm not too worried about that. I mean, she hosted a whole yap, what's it called, yap maxing panel, so I'm like, well, duh, you gotta yap, right? You gotta talk a lot, probably. You wanna do that. Yeah, it seems like not too long for streams actually. Now that I'm seeing the past broadcast. Not the longest, although there's some that are like 4 hours, but I guess it's just like an hour. Yeah, it's like basically an hour. So let's hope, fingers crossed, we can raid into your stream at the end of this. If not, I'll just, you know, we'll just do the regular shout out that we usually do. But man, like, oh shoot, no, I lost my train of thought again. Are you kidding? I just had it this moment I started this thought. Oh yeah, what I was talking about is just like I should probably finish up what I was talking about before. The idea of just like continuing, may the show, what's the saying? The show must go on kind of thing. Where it's like, even if like right now I just lost my train of thought, not fill it in with just like, you know, not just like nothing, because that's gonna kill your stream. That's gonna kill, especially if you're doing just chatting, you know, that's gonna really kill it. If you're doing a gaming thing, that's fine, because like you're probably focused on the game, you wanna do that. But especially if it's like really intensive and you just want to you have to like lock in and focus, that makes sense. But it's just like, if you're just chatting, like, find stuff to talk about, make some notes, kind of, if something goes wrong, just roll with the punches, you know. You can laugh about yourself a little bit, you know. You'd be like, like I did right now, just laugh about the fact that like your brain just didn't work for a moment and you're forgetting what to say, despite having, like, on my end at least, despite having like multiple points of notes to go off of. I am not using any of it. It's just like basically it was just like a thing to get my thoughts out, and then I just didn't do anything else. That's not true, but there were some really interesting panels, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know I'm highlighting the Yap Maxing panel a lot, but like there's this other one, I think it was called like Patch Notes or something like that. It basically how to like improve your voice when it came to streaming, just like content in general. So I feel like most of the panels, at least that I went to, were kind of content creator VTuber focused. So I hope there's more like community panels in the future, where you kind of just, even if you're not a creator, just kind of a fan, you can kind of go into them and have some fun, learn some things, you know. Yeah, like honestly, that one was pretty interesting too. They were talking about how, like, you know, you want to vary your tone a little bit when you stream. I'm like, I feel like, especially debut Wilson, he did not do that. I feel like now I'm more relaxed and I can actually like speak my mind, but I think it kind of goes for everyone who debuts. It's just like you're really nervous, you know, like, oh, first time streaming or first time putting out any content. Ooh, I don't know, right? Or like, yeah, like if you're recording your first YouTube video or something, like I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this. Or like even if you've done it in the past, you're like, I have forgotten how to do this. But it's just like varying your tone of voice, because you don't want to like talk like this the whole time and just be like, hello guys, what is up? Today we're gonna do blah blah blah. We're gonna talk about this thing, do this, blah, blah, like that. It's very boring, very fast. Can you see? It gets very boring very fast if you talk like this for like, imagine me talking like this for 2-3 hours straight. You know, it's it's not fun. You want to like vary up your voice a little bit, even if it's just like being softer on the tone or being like more loud. That, yeah. I love that phrasing, more loud. Everyone's got to be a bit more loud. But, you know, I think what I took away from these kind of panels was just be goofy, you know, just I feel like that's like something debut Wilson didn't really do too much. It's kind of be goofy, you know. Be goofy and just be yourself, because that's what people are here for, you know. They're here not just to see like whatever you're streaming, like either gaming wise or just like you're doing just chatting, what you're talking about, right? But they're here to see like you know. They're taking time out of their day, even if it's just a little bit, to say hi and then pop it back out. They're actively, you know, taking their time to be like, hey, I wanna see what you're up to, kind of thing. That's really sweet. And I know I haven't been too active, and one of the main things as well that I've heard from these kind of panels is just be consistent. You know, upload consistently or like do streaming stuff consistently, which I'll be honest, I haven't done pretty much. If you know what's been happening in my timeline, it's very sporadic. It's like, oh yeah, I've been taking a lot of breaks, which I think I hope is a good thing. I hope it's coming across that I'm like more energetic now than maybe the past stream was. At least I feel like it right now. I'm honestly, I might still be going off adrenaline from the previous week. Who knows? That can even last. Can adrenaline last that long, or just like pure vibes just last that long? I don't know. I'm not a science guy, but we need Bill Nye here. Do you remember that? Did any of you ever watch Bill Nye? He is so. I don't remember that. I don't want to get copyrighted for this, but I don't even know if I'll get flagged by humming this tune. But you guys remember the whole Bill Nye and the Science Guy kind of intro song? You know, the science guy, Bill. No, like so cool. I love that intro. You know that cheering part in the beginning where it's like Bill, like. They remind me a lot of like the concerts I went to. A lot of cheering, and to be honest, like, so great. Part of me, there was a panel I really wanted to go to, but they filled up instantly, which is crazy. Was the Wotage panel. If you don't know what that is, it's like Japanese like light stick dancing stuff. If you've ever seen like people, you know, either in anime or like for an anime, your shows, whatever it kind of is, just waving these light sticks, or even just like in videos, just people waving light sticks in the crowd, those kind of people doing those chants and whatnot. That's part of I hope I'm not too into it, so correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, the whole Wotage like whole cheering thing and like chants and like little mixes that they do as well, which is really fun. The only reason I kind of know about it is from other VTubers I watched, like Maidman. He's really into that culture. Has been, I think, for like, sorry, Min Phantom, I should say as well. Usually people just refer to it as Minto or Maidman, but Min Phantom really into the Wotage stuff. So I'm like been in that community for like I think 10 plus years or something like that, which is insane. I think far beyond, like, I would say far beyond when she started doing streaming stuff, right? Like originally as Mint, like before she graduated and came back. But yeah, like that, I honestly kind of regret not going to that, or at least not waiting, you know, for the, because I think they had like a presentation or something in the room, and then they actually allowed people to like come in for the panel. Which honestly should have waited, but I'm like, I'm too eager. I want to see like the Artist Alley stuff, and then maybe come back if we have time. There was technically another World Game panel at the at night, but I was just like, I don't know if I want to go to that so late, because the next day I have to wake up early for something in like pretty early in the morning, right? So I'm just like, I don't know if I want to sacrifice my sleep for that. It's gonna be hype, but I'm also not gonna be able to fall asleep after. But honestly, that was so fun, just like being in that culture. You guys don't know how it feels if you've never done this before and only kind of seen it through video recordings like I have. When you actually like take a light stick, and you don't know what I'm talking about. It's like 10 lights. They're like these cylindrical items that like you can wave around, usually with some settings where you can tweak the colors by clicking a button. If it's a very basic one, like I'm talking very jank, very basic, it's probably just gonna have like a styrofoam tube, and then you just like have a light in there, then you wave that. But if you have a more like mechanical engineered one that actually can, you know, looks decent, like with plastic and whatnot, you can like wave that around. They'll have like the light sticks that they were selling have a function at the back where you can save a color depending on what's open, what's on right now, and then it saves in a little gem at the front, and you can kind of refer to that if you ever want a quick change to, you know, a color and whatnot that you know is coming up. You can do that, or like if you want to like switch the colors, you know. I don't know if the one I have has like a rainbow setting where it kind of just flashes different colors back to back, where you don't have to like keep pressing the button kind of thing. I haven't figured that out. I feel like it should have something like that. I just haven't figured it out because it's pretty standard on most pen lights. But inventors, let me tell you, you don't know how hype it is to just be a part of that, especially if there's a huge crowd. It just feels so nice. I didn't understand this because I've only seen it on video from like other concerts and whatnot, people waving their light sticks. Like sure, maybe I've participated in small groups, you know, with my close friends of like 5 people or something, but it's not the same as like a whole crowd doing it. It's not the same. It just feels so nice. I wish I had an asset or something I could wave around right now, but it's I will say, if just to let you know, I am waving one behind the scenes right now right now in my hand. In fact, the one that I got at a convention right here. Also, if you actually do want a light stick, or pen light, I guess it's called, my advice, probably don't buy it from conventions unless you're like want a specific one or a talent, because they usually have it in like the hole, right? So it's just like the whole light stick like probably goes, at least the ones they were selling at the con at OSHIUPLINK, I think they were selling for like 50 bucks, I think, or something like that, around that range. So it's like, it's kind of expensive, I'm not gonna lie. Like most, if you want just a basic light stick, you can get like a good handful for like 15 bucks each, or no, you can get like a good handful for like 15 bucks, like a whole pack or something for 15. It's really nice. Pack of, I want to say 3 or 4 or something like that for 15. I've heard at like Walmart works, or just maybe Amazon online works as well. But like you can probably get some cheap ones out there that are better than this. But that's like if you want, like if you okay with just having a, you know, a standard thing, which I also do have, but I like my custom one as well. But yeah, oh my gosh, inventors, you don't know how like insane it feels to just wave that in a big crowd, do like the whole, oh, let's try, because I'll be honest, I don't know like the chants and the mixes for the Wolfgate stuff. I'm just like in the back, just trying to keep up with all the highs, and then just like all the you know, all the chants and whatnot, and following along with your arm, kind of thing. we actually might look into, I don't know, maybe we'll do, if you guys find it interesting, maybe we might do a little deep dive into Wotoge culture. I mean, I do maybe a little karaoke. I've never done a karaoke on channel before. I might try one out. I don't know. Who knows? Then again, I have some. I don't think my singing's too great. Kind of. Ooh. Then again, you guys haven't heard me sing ever. I don't think on stream. So maybe you've heard me like hum a tune before, but I don't know if you guys have heard me full on singing. I don't know if I'm ready for that. To be fair, to be completely honest with you guys, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Put that out there on the internet, but I don't know. Maybe one day. I feel like this con's giving me the confidence, you know, to try out new things and just be a part of this VTuber community more passionately. Man, like, I feel like I say this every single time that I attend one of these kind of events or like a hangout in the VTuber community after a collab or anything like that. I'm just like, man, inventors, this is why I love this community so much. Like, I feel like everyone is just so welcoming, so loving, so supportive. Like, not only from the artist side, but also just from the fan side as well. Everyone is just so willing to talk about VTubers things and just other things related, right? And like really make some good friends. Not even just specifically just talking about VTuber stuff. You guys can like obviously branch into like actual life topics and whatnot, but like, you know, as a starting point. It's so nice. Being a part of this bigger community, being a part of these conventions too, just reminds me how much I fell in love with this community. It's just, not to make this like a sappy stream. I feel like it's kind of all my just chatting streams just be like, man, I love this place. I truly do. It's so nice. And I'm always so grateful that you guys, you know, take the time, whether it's live right here, if you guys are lurking. Shout out to all lurkers, by the way. You guys are amazing. Or, you know, those of you that are watching after the fact, you know, in the VOD. Thank you to you guys who are watching in the VOD, by the way. Shout out to you. Unfortunately, this is a 2D model. I don't have tracking on my hands, so I can't do that. Maybe one day, who knows. I am looking to like, I'm trying to work with the V-Roid Studio right now to kind of revamp my model in 3D, so if I can do anything about that. I don't know exactly how that works. I know it's pretty simple to set up. In terms of like, you can pretty much make a model quite fast, and with a template, you can get assets on booth and whatnot. I don't know, maybe you'll see me in 3D one day. It'd be really cool. I would love to like wave my arms around, because then I actually can like show you guys what I actually do with my body behind the scenes. Because right now you're just kind of seeing my body shift side to side, and later on you'll get to see all. That sounds really bad. I was gonna say all of me. That's crazy. You can see all of me. But yeah, you can see all of me. Music is bumping. Alrighty. Another water break. I'm taking a lot of water breaks. Sorry if I am, but also I feel like I'm talking a bit fast, no? At the chat, let me know if I'm talking a bit too fast. I mean, I guess there's a reason why I have a lightning ball as one of my Oshi marks. Freaking speed talker here. Sometimes tripping over my words, kind of thing. Yeah, such a nice experience. Vibes have been through the roof. They had a group, like a local group I saw as well. They're called Hollow Toronto, I want to say. I'm assuming it from the name, it's like a VTuber group or something like that, or a just fan group or something that's based around Toronto area, which is really nice. I feel like everything is in Toronto, you know, it's just not a bad thing, but like everything is there, which is nice. No, it's a nice place, a nice bustling place. As you call it, the New York of Canada, in a way. Everything, or the LA maybe of Canada, where it's like everything's there. You can do pretty much anything. Get a lot of things done. Yeah, I'm assuming they're like I want to say like a fan community or something in Toronto area, which is nice. So they're really cool. Try to meet some people from that place as well, which is really nice. The Wotoge people obviously bringing up the vibes so much. Like, Absolutely crazy. Um, Absolutely crazy stuff. Just the within concerts or like they had a little. I don't know if it was the same people, but they had like a little setup outside the hallway and whatnot. Of they had like a live DJ mixing stuff like VTuber songs, other like songs in the community of idol, idol songs or just like general like kind of dancey kind of music, where people would or there people kind of gather together, do a little something. I didn't really get to see too much. I think they were just doing some dances. They were like maybe rehearsing as well for some of the concerts that were happening or they're gonna happen during the event. It was nice to see. A lot of people around wearing happies. If you don't know what a happy is, by the way, it's like the kind of like a little jacket, little thing that you kind of just wear over your body. It's usually like printed with your favorite VTuber on back and whatnot. Typically done by artists, like a bunch of nice local artists. At least they were selling a lot from the vendor side of things at the con, which was really nice. Yeah, a lot of people walking around that. I'm just like, that's nice. It looks so nice. That's so nice. It is quite expensive. I was considering getting a Doki Bird one, or a Live Primori one, or a different happy. Those are they're pretty expensive. They're like 90, 95 Canadian. Just like, I don't know if I want to spend all my money on that, as much as it looks nice, and I'm really like, this is something I could wear whenever I'm going to like anything VTuber related. I can get dressed in my fit and whatnot, or maybe even like behind the scenes here on stream I can be like wearing this, so I can kind of get into like the vibe, and maybe one day when I have enough money to spare for like a $95 happy. But we'll see. That when that day does happen though, I'm gonna be so happy. I'm gonna be like, pun into. Is that why they're called happies? Oh my gosh, I'm just realizing, is that why they're called happies? Oh my goodness. I'm just no. I can't be realizing this just now. Is that why they're called happies? Because they make you, you're happy when you get, oh my gosh. You're happy to like show off who you want to show off on that. And you're just generally kind of happy about like the purchase, about showing off your favorite talent or whatever it is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I understand. I'm just trying to process that. Oh my. What? Wow. I don't know why that's such a realization for me. I guess I just never made the connection. Because like, I've always wondered, like, why is it called Happies? It's such an odd name for it. Why just not call it like a jersey or something? I don't know. Something generic like that. It's like, why not just call it that? That makes so much sense. Oh my goodness. What the heck? Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. But yeah, honestly, besides that, went to some like meet and greets as well. That was really fun. Again, because I did sign up like a week before the the con started, it was a little bit rushed in terms of meet and greets I could attend, or like limited in spots as well. Like one thing I will say, despite only having like a week before the con starts to get into meet and greets and like plan a schedule and everything like that, honestly still pretty satisfying. I was able to like sign up for a bunch of, most of the meet and greets are free at the con, but like there are some that were paid. For the bigger names like Doki Bird or like Iron Mouse, or maybe not Iron Mouse. Doki Bird was paid. It's like on top of your fees already for the con, like with your pass and stuff. You didn't. I don't know. If founders got a discount or not for the meet and greets, but that could be something. I don't know. But yeah, honestly, like I'm kind of I saw that Doki. I wanted to go to Doki Bird's meet and greet panel, and I could have signed up for it. Like there was space. Actually, was there space when I checked? No, I think they were sold out? Question mark. Um, yeah, whatever the case, I was gonna sign up for it, and then I just see the price. It was like $40 or something to see Doki. I'm just like, Doki, I like you, but like as a talent, as a VTuber, and would like to have a meet and greet, but like that much. I'm like, gosh dang. I mean, I get like what they said on the event site was just like, oh, so to like basically limit the amount of people that could be in line because you know they're big talent. I'd imagine if they just make it free, then like there wouldn't be as much people, or there be sorry, not there would be like a bunch more people and like just be really congested, and we wouldn't really have time for everyone. But at the same time, okay, at the same time, Iron Mouse's meet and greet, which by the way she did attend this. I don't know if you guys saw that or not on the socials. Iron Mouse did attend this convention and did live stream it as well. It's not. I don't think it's the VOD's up now. I mean, you're certain to you can check, but I don't think the VOD is up now. But when Iron Mouse's was attending the convention, and some reason her meet and greet was free. I'm just like, okay, so you want to put a cap on some people, but maybe not others. Like, I don't know. I hope then like, as well, if you know like what happens at meet and greets, it's like you have a certain amount of time you have to talk with the talent, right? Because there's other people behind you, and you can kind of just. It's typically I think 2 minutes. I think for founders of OSHIUPLINK, they offer them up to 5 minutes or something like that, extra time. That was really nice. I think it's upon request though. But honestly, I couldn't have known because I didn't pay the founder pass. I was just standard weekend. Still, pretty fun stuff. Yeah, pretty fun stuff. I personally didn't meet any of the founders. Or at least they said they were gonna have a distinct badge, but I don't know if I picked up on like if it's just the text that says founder or if there's a completely different badge design, you know, to mark out. Oh yeah, this is the founder's badge. By the way, the badge was huge. It was there's not like your standard. If you've ever gone to other con, it's like not your standard like badge that you can kind of. It's about like a phone screen size, but a little bigger, kind of standard size. But like, it was like the size of a. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like almost the size of 2 phones side by side in terms of like width. You know, it was crazy stuff. It was a pretty big badge, honestly. I was pretty surprised by that. How big the badges were. But yeah, meet and greets go by faster than you think. And I'm honestly very glad that I got to meet some people. I won't say who just yet because I am planning to post some social media stuff about it, so I gotta see which ones I want to post and tag. So I don't want to say anything officially just yet, but I can say they're all indie VTubers. I don't think there was much. I'm gonna actually check right now. I don't think there was too much people from, at least in the meet and greets, that were Corpo. I guess Astroline, I want to say. Technically, yeah, Astroline. Merryweather was there. Beasties was. Oh no, Beasties is an indie group though. Chroma Shift, I guess. Although I don't know if they had any meet and greets or not. Insetsu, they had meet and greets, but again, indie group. They had. All four or something like that. I can't pronounce it. I think they were local group. Phase Connect. We got Tenma was there, which was really fun. Looks like Promisu EN. I believe it's Corpo. They had Stellarverse Productions there. But yeah, a bunch of groups and then a bunch of indies as well. Honestly, not a bad lineup. You guys can probably like search it up as well online, like OSHIUPLINK. Not a bad start for the first year, I'm not gonna lie. They had some like local talents as well, you know, that were in like Canada or like close areas, regions. They had like pretty big names as well, like Doki I mentioned, Iron Mouse. They had like, let's see what a big, I guess Densetsu as well. Pretty big names. So that, honestly, pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. They had the Beasties, obviously, they're pretty big as well. Man, I think I'm still tired from the week. I'm not gonna lie, even though it was last week. I think I'm still exhausted. I don't know what's been going on these past few days. It's been not been able to sleep. No, not been able to get enough rest. Hope I didn't catch anything. No. Yeah, honestly, I hope I didn't catch anything because I'm like, oh, if I did, oh. Yeah, it was honestly nice. The meet and greets were really fun. Actually was able to see a YouTuber I haven't seen in a while actually on my feed, in person, which is crazy. I've never like actually, as far as I remember, I've never met a VTuber in person before. So at least at a meet and greet, I was just like, oh, it's always so special, you know, when the actual VTuber comes out, and does a thing in person. You're like, oh, that's so special. And like, I'll be honest, compared to the other meet and greets, even though like, yes, like you still are talking to like an actual person behind the screen, behind the model, it is so much more it's so different when an actual person is there. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to have them, you know, talk on a screen, because that's the whole point of VTuber meet and greets, right? But there's just something extra, you know, about meeting somebody in person. You know? I feel like as well the time flies way faster, because if you're on a, you know, if you're like chatting like this, imagine like, you know, I'm at a meet and greet, like, hey guys, hello, just talking to people. Like, I'm here on my end, just like on probably like at home, you know, meeting people probably on a Discord call, whatever, meeting people through my computer, right? Talking to people the whole day. That's very different from being in person, because then you can actually like, you know, figure out like their subtle facial expressions or like body language like on the spot, rather than having to see that through a webcam or anything like that. But like, honestly, it was so fun to talk to everybody I met. I guess I don't know, can I? Do I want to disclose who I met? Probably can, but again, I'm planning to post this around, so it has to be careful about who I talk about, because whoever I don't talk about, you know, I'm probably gonna share around with my family and friends, and I don't want to like have them coincidentally be like, oh wait, this other person happened to meet them that looks a bit like you, like even if you covered face, a bit like you. Is this you? Like, I don't want to like bump into that situation, which is why I'm not really disclosing anything right now. But I did have a lot of fun. It was one of the actually, on that note, one of the YouTubers I did meet, they only gave us like a minute to talk to them. And I was just like, that's odd. I mean, I get why. I guess there was a lot of people, but also not really. I'm like, maybe that's only the only time they kind of had, which is fair. But like a minute for everyone, and there's probably, if I had to guess in line, there were like maybe 20 people. So I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Only have like a minute for them if they didn't have that for the time. A minute goes by so fast. Like 2 minutes is like, I think, the sweet spot. 3 minutes is like, you know, you're having a nice conversation if you can hold one. 4 minutes is like, okay, you're kind of dragging a little bit. 5 minutes is like, okay, you're having a full-blown like sit down conversation. Like 5 minutes takes a long time, longer than you think. So it's like, if you're not the best at socializing, having that kind of convo, 2 minutes I think is like just the sweet spot, you know, where you can say hi, you know, get nervous and be like, oh my gosh, I am meeting you for the first time. Whoa, like get like over that and just like talk a little bit and then be like, okay, bye, we're gonna take a photo now, kind of thing. So, honestly, really fun. The 1 minute, as I said, does go by so fast though. It's like all you really get to say is just like hi, bye, and then you're just like let's take a photo, yay, and then and then you're out of there. It was so fast. Like when I tell you it's so fast, let me just put this into context, okay? So I was meeting them, and literally all we had time to say, I came up to them, said hi. They noticed my cosplay and was like, oh, this is nice. Complimented me on that. I was like, oh, thank you. And we like kind of talked a bit about that. And then I had to quickly be like, oh, I actually had something I wanted to ask you. I was asking them, like, I've seen this, a lot of people will play this recently. I might be looking, inventors, I might be looking to get this for us to play, perhaps on stream or on video. I might do a series on this, who knows? But I don't know if I can do a series actually, because it's more like a chill game. But Hollow Village has come out finally. I saw it on, I don't know if we touched on this on stream or not, but Hollow Village has come out. If you don't know what that is, it's like, let me see if I can actually do a screen share real quick. What this game looks like. Let me open a tab real quick. Just push this up. Called Hollow Village Our Cozy Days. So honestly, it's so cute. I love it. I don't know if you guys have seen this around anywhere, but it's kind of like an Animal Crossing type, you know, chill vibes kind of game. I think there's a bit more to it. Like you can the whole dungeon mode, I believe, or something like that, which is really neat. Let's see if I can pull it up on stream right now. Ooh. I don't know what's going on with the ratios here. Hold up, adventures. I'm just gonna adjust it on my end before we do anything. Okay, I think that works. No, that looks a bit stretched still. Okay, I think that looks okay. Alright, let's head on over there. I want to show you guys this real quick. Okay. Oh, I'm big. I'm so big. What the heck? Yeah. Gotta shrink myself real quick. Ah. Alright, there we are. Okay, so it's a Hollow Village, Our Cozy Days. This is so fun. I'm just gonna mute the audio on this, but look at that. Ah! It's so cute. I remember just encountering this randomly on the Steam page, and I'm just like, what is this? I need this. I'm like, in my mind, I remember saying like, I don't care if it costs money. I'm buying this. It is so cute. It's from the Hollow Indie devs and people behind that. It looks so neat. Look at that. You can explore the world. You have like build your own kind of houses, I think. So you can fight mobs and whatnot. Enter into like various dungeons, take on bosses. Very cool stuff. Look at all the photos. You can do fishing. There's Kiara. You can do fishing. All these little Easter eggs are probably in here as well because it's a Hollow Indie project. So the independent game developers, you know, they're pitching these to Hollow Life and they're working together to make something. That's what Hollow Indie is. For those of you that don't know, but that is so cool, so cute. And you can customize rooms as well. It looks like. Ooh. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll probably looking to get this. But point is, the VTuber I was meeting was like, this has been played around a lot recently. So I'm just like, been seeing this around like everywhere. I'm like, is it actually worth it to get? So I asked them that, and they're like, you know, if you like these kind of cozy games, if you like, you know, the Hollow Life talents, like it's so worth it to get. Who knows? We might be seeing that, inventors, in the future stream or a future video that I put out. Who knows? I do a little dive into this for like one video or something, because I don't know if I can make a necessarily a oh, I don't know if I can make like a full-blown series necessarily about this. I don't know if I can make a series about this, but I can probably make like a video or something exploring it, and we can probably look into more parts of it on if we do a stream. You know, we can probably do 2 streams on this. Again, if we do plan to do streams, I gotta remember I want to kind of stray away from stream side of things, but jump back to just chatting real quick. And honestly, the only reason I say that is because, yeah, the only reason I say that, like, maybe not do too many streams is, you know, I don't have too much time to work on that stream stuff. Because even now, it's like we're yapping here, you know, we're having fun, we're yapping, but it takes up, like, if I really want to go long, if it's just chatting, I probably won't chat for too long, but I'll probably only do like 2 hours max. But like, if it's a gaming stream, I'm usually like 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours kind of thing. So it does take a lot of time, and I'm like sitting straight for like 2-3 hours. So it's like it's a lot. But yeah, adventures. Oh, we lost our music. Uh-oh, we lost music. That's not good. Let's get music back up. Whoopsie. Go back to this. Give me a secondo. Inventors. We have lost our music. Where did our music go? This one? Yep. Perfect. Alrighty. Yeah, honestly, meet and greets were so fun. Like, that's why I say, like, do a little bit of everything, you know, because it feels so whole. It feels so like full circle kind of thing at the end of the day. When you're done for the weekend, you're like, man, that was a nice experience, you know. Even if you didn't get to see everybody you wanted to see, you chatted with a bunch of people in the community. You might have even connected with them. Also, don't be afraid to like ask for people's socials and whatnot, even after you've chatted. I know it kind of sounds like, oh yeah, like I'm here just to like get your socials or get your ads. Obviously, have a conversation with them, but like beforehand, establish something before like, hey, can I get your socials, kind of thing. And to be fair, I probably didn't handle it in the best way. I was just kind of like pop the question, just unrelated to the conversation, and be like, oh yeah, do you guys have any socials we can connect over, kind of thing. When in reality, I probably should have been like, oh, we had I really like the conversation we had. You want to like connect and like find some socials we can connect on. Want to stay in touch, kind of thing. Honestly, so fun. Panels as well, though. I feel like I keep saying fun, but there's no other word other than just fun or like exciting or like just really, really interesting. Again, I didn't attend too many panels. It was mostly just like meet and greets, going to like the Artist Alley, a little mix of everything. So nothing like too particular focus. I was definitely moving around a lot, which was nice. But you know, the convenience of actually having like living in the hotel that the con is staying in, or yeah, the con is hosted in, it is so convenient. Just like, oh yeah, I forgot to like get my water or something, or I need more water. Let me, even though they did have like water stations, which bless, by the way, oh my gosh, thank you OSHIUPLINK staff for providing. I know this is a very simple thing, but just like providing not only water but cold water around everywhere. Like, I guess it wouldn't even been the OSHIUPLINK staff and I guess the hotel staff. So thank you guys so much for that, because it's like you don't know how much of a lifesaver that is on our end too. Like just having water there, so you don't have to like cut into your own reserves of water that you may or may not have brought for the con. You know, it's so nice. So thank you, and it's so refreshing. Like that water. Something about cold water on a day where you're moving around a lot, you're cheering, and just so hydrated so nicely. Although I do hear cold water does kind of hydrate better than like warmer water, but I don't know how true that is necessarily. Oh, what the heck? I just realized I'm going back to. I'm trying to keep an eye on the therapies, you know, just so we can right into it when we're done this. Make sure that we don't go on for too long, because one, I only have so much I can yap about right now, but also I want right in and say hi and say thanks for the panel kind of thing. I just got gifted a sub there. Oh yay, good stuff. I know I probably should be talking about other streamers while I'm streaming this, because you know, I think it's fine as long as I mention it. But please do note, you guys, when we're streaming here, please don't talk about other streamers unless I bring them up first. So just the general chat rule, you know, just to remind you of that. Finally remind you guys of that. Yeah, panels were fun. I went to a lot of them actually. Yeah, Max thing I talked about. I went to the Passion Notes one. There was one as well that I found interesting. I mainly wanted to go there to support like one of the creators, one of the YouTubers that I've watched for a long time and followed their content for a long time. Tina, she used to be part of what was it called? Used to be part of. I was gonna say Face Connect, not Face Connect. Used to be part of Cool. Gosh, I'm forgetting what did they used to be a part of? Used to be a part of what? Let's see. Used to be. Oh yeah, that's right. It was used to be. Yeah. They used to be a part of a Prison Project. That's what it's called. Prison Project. Before that disbanded. Before that disbanded. And later, Ink Requiem as well disbanded with the other group that they're part of. I think that also later disbanded into something else. And then they became independent. But it was part of whoopsie. It was part of a panel called Talking Mom Sense. Other VTubers that are parents and whatnot, just kind of yapping about their experiences and all that. I don't want to mention it here because it kind of goes against the vibes of our channel. So I don't want to say too much here, but if you know them at all, or how chaotic any of them can be, for that at the channel, you would know it was we talked about some crazy stuff. I mean, you would kind of expect that, you know, raising kids have some, you know, crazy stories, even if it's not like extremely out there, you know, have some stories be like a bit ooh. You know, it's honestly like I didn't get to attend the full panel because I had something to go to right after, so I did have to leave really kind of early before it ended. They were actually having some technical difficulties on that one, so we kind of got slideshow a little bit here and there throughout the panel. Hopefully that did get fixed later in the panel, but at least for the part that I was at, it was kind of glitchy. That's kind of unfortunate. Hey. This music is nice. Lock and load. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, I one thing I found really fun is that like throughout the con, every time there was like a panel or something like that, they always were saying like, what's the #1 rule? And you may have seen me pin that as well on YouTube and Twitch side. Like, what's the #1 rule at OSHIUPLINK? And well, if you guys were there, you know what it is. No running. The #1 rule, yeah. I think it's just mainly because they didn't want people to kind of rush in and out of panels and whatnot. Because you can imagine if it's like Iron Mouse or Doki Bird, it's like one of those big names. People are just like probably would, you know, if they didn't have that rule in place, would want to kind of just rush into everywhere. All right. But yeah, man. I want to go back and talk a little bit about the Artist Alley stuff because I know I mentioned that a lot, but I didn't really get into too much. They had it next to like the, you know, the exhibitor hall kind of thing, the vendors for the different companies that were there, like Face Connect. They had a booth for like what's it called, Stoneforged. you know, the tech company that like does PC stuff. PC cases collabs a lot with other VTubers, which they had on sale, which was so nice. But they were so expensive. My goodness, I don't like. I want to get a PC case, like a VTuber PC case, one day maybe. My gosh, I don't have the funds for that yet. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I have things for that just yet. One day though, one day I'll get something. But I did get some nice merch from Nikkei actually. I saw someone selling that, so I was just talked about it. Actually, did some polls on my account, but unfortunately didn't get anything. It's kind of sad. Sad stuff. Yeah, didn't really get too much. On I think it was like 20 or 30 polls on the anniversary banner for Nikkei. Didn't really get anything. So kind of sad about that, but otherwise pretty good stuff. A lot of great art, I'm not gonna lie. And one surprise as well, small world, but I actually just out of sheer coincidence saw one of my friends there that was tabling. I didn't even know they were tabling there. One of my artist friends, they were tabling there. I was just like, oh my, you're here? Like, hello? And we haven't spoken in a while, so just like extra surprise. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long. Like, you know when inventors, let me know if you've encountered the situation, but it's like, you know when you're just like, you never met, or sorry, you never met, but like you haven't talked to someone in so long, and then like you meet them and it takes you like a few seconds to just process like, who are you? Like, who is this person I'm talking to? Right? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had that moment where I was just like, for the first solid like 10 seconds, I was just like, who are you? Like, because they approached me, right, and said hi, because I was just passing by, and I was just like, they were like, who are you? Who are you? Right? That one meme. Who? It's like, wait, who are you? Right? It's totally just like a who are you moment. For so 10 seconds, I was just like trying to go through my brain. It was just like a roulette wheel. I was just like, or not, maybe that's like not a good analogy, but like what's it called? The one casino machine where you pull down that lever and it creates the little three spinnings. I am not describing that well, but the three spinnies. Oh yeah, it's like a jackpot machine where it's just like, right? That was literally my mind. I was just like searching through everybody. I know, I'm just like, who? And then it finally clicked. I'm like, oh my goodness. Not gonna lie, sometimes I feel like a bit of a bad friend if I can't recognize them right away, because I'm like, I had this one instance as well. Like, it's not like this is the first time that's happened. I had this one instance where, like, at a different convention I was at, one of my friends was like cosplaying a character from Genshin, and then I was just like, they came up to me again because again I was just kind of walking around. They noticed me, and they said hi, and I was just like, they're like, oh listen, hi, how are you doing? And I'm like, hi, who? Hi, like who? In my head was like, who is this person? Who is this person right here? I know them. They seem to know me. Like, what's going on here? And then it just finally like clicked in my brain. I was like, oh, like after the fact, it was like, oh, that's who it is. Because again, sometimes when people are in cosplay, they like go full out, so it's just like really hard to tell. Oh my gosh, that. Speaking of, I feel like this is not creating a good representation of who I am as a person, but because it's out there now. But I've said what I said, I guess. But like, I feel that I haven't even like during at this con, I didn't recognize one of my friends. Granted, we were both like pretty sleep deprived and like exhausted from the day. it was so funny because it got to the point where I'm just like, they wanted to take a photo because I was in cosplay that day, so they were like, oh hey, can I take a photo with you? And they were just like, oh yeah, sure, I love your cosplay. And then we were like talking a little bit, and then I did the crazy thing to be like, oh yeah, can I have your socials? And then they're like, oh yeah, sure, so I can post it. And then they're like, oh yeah, sure. And then we exchanged socials. I was like, I feel like if they saw my socials, maybe they would recognize, or maybe not, I don't know. But I asked for their socials, right? For some reason, I should have seen the username, and been like, oh, it's you. But I don't, my brain didn't click that. I don't know. Like, I feel like my brain doesn't click a lot of times. Classic VTubers having two brain cells. Don't we all just have two brain cells? We're just rubbing them together for content. See what I mean? My brain doesn't even know how to speak right now. Oh my goodness. That is insane. But yeah, it's just like my two brain cells, guys, are hanging. They're hanging on. They're hanging on. I haven't yapped in like this long in a long time. So I'm not gonna lie. My two brain cells are working hard. Honestly, I think I might have one brain cell after this. I'm not gonna lie. Next stream, guys, I'm just gonna have half a brain cell.
It's the final weekend of the Brick's famous.
And then at some point, I'm just gonna come into the stream and just be like, not be able to speak, just be like, like just noises at that point. Just noises and just not even noises at that point. Just like doing this, using my eyes to talk. You know, just be like. Blink twice if you need help, kind of thing. Just like, yes. I don't know, like I say there's so much to talk about, but I feel like we've kind of got basically the overview of what I've run down in my notes here. But my goodness, I can't understate how hype that was. I know I'm probably not selling it well because I'm like, I sound kind of tired right now, but like, it's so hype, especially when you go to concerts. Like I was mentioning a bit ago, how, you know, I just met someone in line and we started talking, you know, online to like a panel. I forgot what it was, but it was like a panel or like some sort of concert. Was it a concert? No, it was definitely a panel. We were in line to like go to a panel or something, and then we just kind of got talking based on like what they saw me cosplaying as. Which also, if you plan to go to like a VTuber con or anything, do a cosplay or like have some merch item or something like that on you, so like people can have it up as a conversation point, because it's honestly such a great little thing to be like, if you don't know the person too well, you know, or at all really, just be like, hey, we got this thing, you know, we got this thing in common we can talk about. You can take a look and see and whatnot. So that was really fun. But I honestly, like, back to the whole like cheering thing in the crowd, I honestly get, I was, you know, I feel like if you're not really into the culture too much, you may be a little weirded out, but the Wotoge people were like doing their chants and cheering, like just being really hype in the crowd. Some people might think that's a bit loud, which honestly fair, but I also just get the passion. You know, this is why you got at these places, you got to be like pretty open-minded in terms of what happens. So it's gonna be some really extremes on both sides. You know, there's gonna be kind of people that like are really out there, really want to cheer their hearts out and just be there for everyone, kind of like really high energy. And then those of us that like kind of like me, who are like, we want to like be more reserved, you know, still enjoy the event and still talk to people, but just like keep to themselves a little bit more, kind of thing. But my goodness, I understand what Minto Phantom was talking about, on, because I saw some clips where she was talking about her experience with Wotoge, and like people were commenting on like, why does it sound like every time you do it like a cheer or like I think they call it mixes or something, you do like a cheer or something, it sounds like you're dying, like not necessarily dying, but you're expelling a bunch of energy out of your lungs to the point it sounds like you're kind of like going gremlin mode, right? But like Mitten was just saying like, well, that's kind of the point. It's like you can't help. You want to like support and like cheer for these people so much, you can't help but like bring that energy up from like your gut. So it makes that, just forces you to make that kind of noise, because you're just shouting out your lungs, right, kind of thing. Not actually shouting out your lungs, please be careful, but like just like you know, from the gut kind of feeling. It's like the energy, right, that you need. It's crazy because like that group of people that were there, they were cheering for the whole day. I don't know how they have that much energy to just keep going the whole day. These guys are insane. Probably a lot of energy drinks, to be honest. If I'm being totally honest. Probably a lot of energy drinks and a lot of caffeine and a lot of, probably not a lot of sleep, but probably a lot of adrenaline as well. Crazy things. Yeah, the vibe was immaculate. Crazy good, crazy good. Honestly, really, really nice. Ooh. Although this track is kind of nice. I don't know if you guys can hear this. Let me know if you want to turn up the BGM or not. Ooh. You know, this is nice when you come back to stream and you just haven't like, you haven't done too much so far. I know a lot of people at the con I was talking to, like, were saying, were asking like if I ever mentioned that, oh yeah, I do some VTuber stuff as well. They were like, oh yeah, what's your Twitch? And I was like, I kinda don't want to do, like, I want to give you my socials obviously, but like, I prefer you look into the YouTube side of things, because I'm like, if you're gonna look at Twitch, I have like nothing, like by the time they look now, they're obviously gonna see stuff, but like, I didn't really, because I didn't stream for 2 months, I don't have anything on my page besides my about me and stuff. But everything else's VODs are on YouTube, so I'm like, you want to see that, you know? I feel like I should probably though change up the way, like maybe have a separate VODs channel or something, and then if I want to do video content, like switch to video content coming up, because it's just like, then you would have separate pages for that, right? Then it's just more things to keep track of for you guys and for me, honestly. And honestly, just a disclosure, like, it's gonna sound really, really bad for anyone new coming in, hearing this now, but I may or may not retire from this persona, I guess it's got this VTuber mode, and pursue something else in the future. Obviously won't disclose what it is, because then it would be, you know, I don't want to disclose that. But I may or may not pursue something else after this. They may or may not be VTubing again. I don't know. Honestly, kind of in the works right now. It's a big I don't know, which is why I'm like, I don't want to say anything for certain right now. Which is why I'm like, we're gonna switch to video content and not do too much live streaming, because obviously that takes up a lot of time. Like my last stream was like, yeah, I'm seeing out like most of my streams were like 3 hours, 4 hours long, so it was just like a lot of time just sitting down, you know. Even if I did have breaks between, that's a lot of time just sitting and at my computer screen and whatnot. Gotta walk. You gotta do stuff, you know. You know what I am realizing too? It is May. Oh my gosh, it is May. Yo, Inventors. Oh my gosh, Inventors, my birthday's coming up. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. You're Annie? What? Wait, that's crazy. What? Is my 2-year anniversary coming up soon? I think it is. Oh my gosh, Inventors. Inventors, I think my 2-year anniversary. I didn't even know that myself. See, this is what I say when I'm like, I haven't streamed. I've been touching grass. I feel like I'm too much of a normie now. I've been touching way too much grass recently. I'm like, I'm turning normal? I'm turning normal now? I'm like, but yeah, no, it's coming up. It's May, so it's like, if you don't know, my birthday's, or at least Wilson's birthday is on the 28th. I'm like, oh. This man's birthday is on the 28th of May, so I'm like, very, very neat. We could do a 2-year celebration. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really like my first year celebration. I wanted to do a whole bit where like we take a look at like old videos from past channels that I was on and whatnot. Now I've kind of like gone away from that. If you have seen my channel recently, and by recently I mean like within the last week, I made some changes to the homepage. I no longer have the WBC stuff on my socials or tied to anything like that. I probably should get rid of it on my Twitter, to be honest, as well. No associations with that anymore, because I'm not really, I don't want to say I'm like disbanded from that group, but the other members aren't really doing too much in that group anymore, and it's kind of been just an experimental thing. Kind of just wanted to get together, see if this would work or not, and kind of go away from it, kind of, if you know, see what would work, what wouldn't work, kind of just take it from there. So we didn't really envision it going any further, just like a tester kind of thing. And honestly, this has kind of been what this channel has kind of been about for as well, because this is not my final form. Like I'm probably gonna come back as someone else. I don't know. Maybe look out for that in the next few years. I know, insane timeline, but like VTuber stuff does take a while. I don't know. Maybe in some corner of the internet, which is why again I don't want to disclose any details on stream, at least, and even on socials about it, because I'm like, I want to keep it a secret, because I don't want to necessarily tie this life with that life. You know what I mean? And honestly, I don't know where like I'm gonna take it from here on out. Again, I said video content, but that's only so that I can perhaps do some streams on the other one. I don't know. I'm also considering, because right now my model that you see here is hosted on Reality, which is a VTuber model. I'm a VTuber model. What? A VTuber like app. It's meant to be like a built-in like it's supposed to have built-in like streaming functions. You can like live stream and do stuff, but it's very limited. Like I believe you can only like do YouTube videos. You can like react content, just chatting sort of things. Oh, I may want to test that out. I might look into testing that out some other day when I'm free, just to test out it on the platform and do a little test stream in Reality. Who knows? Not in Reality. It's fun. I may or may not post about that, but we'll see. We'll see. I think the main audience though is Japanese on there, but I could be wrong. There might be some English speakers out there. Yeah, that's why like I haven't really been streaming in there, because technically you have like, you get the rewards and whatnot for streaming, which is nice, and then you can get more outfits, get more stuff. But you know, we'll see. Yeah, my 1 year, I feel like we could have done a little bit better in my 1 year. I'm not gonna lie. You know what would be fun in my 2 year? What if we every year we just keep watching back the stream or like the video of the previous year, get a reaction of what we've done. That could be kind of fun. Little reactception there. Looking at, I might actually schedule that for my 2-year anniversary. What day of the week is the 28th? Thursday. Okay, we might have to do the. I don't know if we can do it on the. Depending on what time. May or may not be able to do that on the day of. But we'll see. We'll see. That could be fun though. to do a little reaction. I'm gonna cringe so hard. I already know it. I remember doing the bit live, and I was just like, I tried to do a little bit where I'm like, oh, welcome traveler to like the tavern, the inn. And like I don't know why, but I was so embarrassed, like put on a silly voice. Again, past Wilson, be more silly, be more of a goof, people like that. I don't know why you weren't like that. I guess you wanted to hold up some standard, but standard's gone, man. Just be yourself. People like that better. I guess me a year ago didn't really know that too much. Because I'm looking back on like what we did a year ago, and it was like, yeah, basically I did start out like a year ago, so. Or technically first year was, oh my gosh, first thing was 2 years ago? My debut stream was 2 years ago? That's crazy. That is insane. There's a lot of games as well I haven't been keeping up with and playing too much. Again, I feel like I'm touching too much grass. Inventors, you gotta help me here. You gotta pull me back into the VTuber rabbit hole or something. Like, please. I say this as someone who has touched grass. I mean, it's nice, but like, I don't know. I feel like I'm kinda intended need to go back to my roots, you know, of just being online. Chronically online VTuber? Yeah, maybe, maybe? Maybe not, I don't know. Oh, I love this track. Yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to talk about for the con. Perhaps we... Oh! Is it... I'm just realizing, is it, I was just gonna say, let's raid into POP Raptor Girl. Is it her birthday? What's going on here? Hold on, give me a second, Ventures. I think we're gonna wrap up the stream soon. Raid into POP. Say hi. What are they doing? They're doing a birthday celebration? I don't know. Hard to kind of judge. I think they're doing their little segment where they kind of have a little drinks and they kind of yap kind of thing. So we'll tune into that in a little bit, but for now, I want to talk a little. I'm gonna close my notes because I think I'm just gonna vibe now. Just kind of go with it. I want to talk about. Oh yeah. That's another thing I want to talk about. Inventors. I don't know if you saw this. For some reason, Twitter flagged the thumbnail to this stream. You'll be able to see it like on my socials as well. As made with AI. I'm like, I didn't make this with AI. What do you mean made with AI? Like, huh? Hold on, I gotta go back so you guys can see this. But hold up. Oh, we're too wide on this. What the heck? What is this widescreen? Hello? Oh. Give me a second, inventors. Yeah, you can kind of see it here. Oh my gosh, what is happening to my screen? Oh. What happens when we have a wide monitor? Just can't. You have to stretch it all the time. Okay, look at this. Again, made with AI. What do you mean made with? What do you mean made with AI? I made this myself. I made this myself. What do you mean made with AI, my guy? What? Hello? Made with AI? Huh? Huh? This is my own image I took. I don't know why it's flagging it as made with AI. Have you guys been getting this recently? Like, yeah, let me know. Have you been seeing this around recently where it's like made with AI? What do you mean? I not made with AI. Hello? That just and literally everything right now. Look at this marked here, made with AI. Thank goodness not this one either. Not this one too. But like still, what the heck? That is crazy. Also, yeah, posted this as well after the con. They had their Face Connect had a little signing wall, which is really nice. Yeah, they had a little signing wall here. Able to sign it, their little smiley face. I was here at the con to leave a little impression. But yeah, also, please don't take this out of context. I watched Project Hail Mary over this week as well, which is why it says fist my bump with a thumbs down. I probably shouldn't be pausing that. That could have been taken out of context so bad. Anyway, back to the just chatting. But yeah, anyway. Please don't fist my bump? Question mark? Fist bump is what you should do. You should give me a fist bump, not the other thing. Please not the other thing. Please don't do the other thing. But yeah, really fun stuff. That con was so much, just so much, so heckin' much, but so fun. If you guys ever have the opportunity next year to travel on down to Canada or some other VTuber con in your area as well, some other VTuber events, you know, and you have the funds, you have the time, you have the everything basically. You have the time, you have like the money to do so, and like perhaps even better, you know, you have the people to go with as well. Please go with them because it's like these kind of things only happen so often.
and it's honestly really nice. Every time I go to one of these events, I'm just reminded of why I love this community. You know, I may not be so active recently because I'm dealing with life stuff right now, um, and going through it. But videos and whatnot, as I said, will still be posted, so you guys aren't gonna be sucked to dry of all content. Still gonna be some stuff, which I just realized I don't know if this is an updated like recently. My reaction video to Elizabeth Rose Blood Flames debut actually is almost hitting 600 views. So thank you guys so much for that. It was posted like a year ago. I'm glad you guys are still watching those things and the shorts as well. The Nikkei shorts. I'm glad you guys are liking that too. I honestly my first time editing short stuff, so I'm like I was kind of a little unsure on what to do there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support. I will continue to be making content hopefully coming up. It seems like at least right now my schedule's not going to be too busy. We'll see later on in the next coming few weeks if that gets busy or not. Yeah, what have you, but because you know work week started, a lot of things are starting, so we'll see. We'll see if we have time for that kind of stuff. But otherwise, I think we'll stop the yap session here. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We got to yap. Those of you in the VOD, let me know who is in the comments below. Who's your Oshi? Who's your VTuber Oshi? Let me know. I'll respond to it because I'm always active on my socials, just checking, just refreshing all the pages because chronically online right here. Even though I literally just said I touched way too much grass, I feel like a normie. Otherwise, chronically online here. So let me know. Let me know what your who your favorite VTuber is. Who's your VTuber Oshi? If you don't have one, you have anyone you've been watching recently? Let me know. Let me this is low. Let me know. Let me know. Down in the comments below. You know, all VOD folks and I guess live folks as well. Can you do that on a live stream? I think you can, right? No, you can't. Can you? Or at least not until the stream's over. Or before the stream. I guess. Right? Either way, let me know. And if you've been to OSHIUPLINK as well, let me know if you have. I would love to connect with some of you guys that maybe even YouTubers that were there that I just didn't know that were there. Streamers, perhaps. I know there were some streamers because people have been talking about that. I want to reach out to some of the streamers as well that I met at the meet and greets, and kind of just talk about their panels, thank them for everything. But speaking of thanking, we're gonna go raid Kira P and see what she's up to. We're gonna go say thanks to Kira P. Looks like she's doing some yapping. What's this? Subathon. Oh, subathon's happening. Okay, nice. We'll come back stream. All you gotta know, she's a big yapper. For us on Twitch, that's who we're gonna raid into. YouTube folks, I don't think I have the raid function open right now, so we'll send the links. As I do, I'm forgetting how to do my ending bit of the stream. I feel let's make a comment. I should make it'd be funny. I should make a compilation of like I should make a compilation of like every time I've said on stream, just like I don't remember how to stream, or like I don't remember how to do the outro. That'd be kind of funny, but then I have to scrub through like all my VODs for that, but that would still be so fun. YouTube folks, go check out Kira P Raptor Girl on YouTube and on Twitch. I'll send all the good links and all that good jazz on all my socials after the stream as well, so you guys can check that out. Very funny girl. She's a very funny raptor. Full on raptor, by the way, not even like raptor girl, literally full on raptor that turns into a girl. So that's pretty fun. I'll send the Twitter as well in the chats. Let me know. Twitch folks, we are gonna raid into her in just a bit, so that is we shall do. But otherwise, I've been Wilson Goldfinch, your steampunk adventure from the Sky City of Leviton. Hope you guys have had a wonderful weekend, a wonderful Mother's Day. I'm just gonna set up the raid right now, real quick. Yeah, I hope you guys have had a wonderful
Mother's Day. I will say, just because we are rating into QRP, our content is on the 18 plus side. So please, if you aren't, for more mature audiences, if you are, if you are not for those things, that's totally fine. You guys feel free to check out maybe the other VTubers we mentioned during this stream. Check out some of my own content as well on the YouTube page. We have videos coming up soon. We got a bunch of live streams these guys can check out for a bunch of games. We've done our own, as I said, designing our own tabletop role-playing game. We're doing a bunch of mainstream games. I want to check out Hollow Village at some point as well. So honestly, I might just buy that for myself too, because it looks so cozy. I've always wanted like a cozy game to kind of play. I feel like that would be the one. Yeah, Shadowverse, Worlds Beyond. We haven't been doing that recently, and I think they just announced rotation into that, which, yeah, I think the last one we did was like the newest set that came out, Apocalypse. What did it? Was it? No, I don't even think so. I think it was just like, oh my gosh, I don't even think. Yeah, I don't even think. Wow, it's been so long. A lot of things have come out for that, so we might do a video. I know I have some videos in stock right now for the lawn story, so we can look into that too. But yeah, otherwise we're gonna go start the raid for KRP. I hope I'm not raiding at an inappropriate time, but we're gonna go start the unable to raid. Oh, I think it's because she has some stuff going on here. Is this a can I not raid into it because it's a subathon? Hold on, I'm gonna figure this out real quick, chat. Oh, maybe it just timed out. That could also be a thing. Maybe I just can't raid into this right now because it's a special stream. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We can just pop on over. We have the Twitch in there, right? No, we don't. Okay. Twitch folks, everybody. I'll send the Twitch as well in there. We can go check her out. Unfortunately, we can't raid because it looks like it's a special event. So, or is it even? Oh, I think it's BRB right now. Actually, is it? See. Yeah, she's doing some subathon. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's why I can't raid into her. That's fine. We can find some other time. But go check her out on Twitch. Otherwise, I've been Wilson Goldfinch, your steampunk inventor from the Sky City of Leviton. Feel free to check out all my socials at Wilson_Goldfinch or Wilson Goldfinch. Check out what I've been doing, especially Twitter, because I will be making live updates on videos, any videos that come out. Follow the YouTube as well. Look at stuff. I got to do my obligatory YouTuber thing, and be like, check out all the socials, kind of thing. But yes, please check that out. There's a bunch of live streams if you guys are interested that are up, all the VODs, all on YouTube. Otherwise, have a lovely. Every time I end the stream, I don't want to go because I'm just like, guys, I am really thankful that you guys are all here. I really want to spend more time with you. Maybe we'll do another stream in the future. Who knows? Mostly Gorilla though. Mostly like spontaneous streams. Not so much like planned out streams. I used to have a schedule, but now I'm just like, I'm just gonna do it whenever I can do it. And if I can do it, then I can do it. If not, we'll make a video. Not too bad. Also gives me an excuse to use my editing softwares. Some of which I have like subscriptions for, so I need to get my money's worth, kind of thing. But otherwise, yeah. We'll see you guys, I guess, next stream, next video. Check out the content. I don't even know what to say from here on out. I'm a YouTuber now, I guess. I'm a YouTuber that occasionally streams. Gosh dang, I'm guessing I have to do the YouTube intro of like, next time I get on one of these streams or video, I'm gonna have to be like, hey, what's up, guys? It's Wilson Goldfinch, your steampunk inventor. Today we're gonna be doing XYZ game. Let's go. Like, I'm gonna have to be have to put on that voice. The next time you may see me like that. I don't know. We'll see how much we changed. Alrighty. That will be it all for me. I have yapped more than long enough for today. My voice is tired. Honestly, I'm surprised not as tired as I would have thought, because I usually when I return back to the streams,
my voice is like really sore by the end of this. Honestly, I'm doing pretty good today, so I think that's a good sign. But also, I think it's just because I've learned how to yap, and properly use my voice, so I'm not like straining it. I think one big thing is like comes down to like not using a monotone voice. When you speak, the one tone, you gotta make it melodic. You gotta have like some pitch. You gotta have some like deeper, a little like I don't know. You see this guy over here? Like a little softer moments or like louder like whatever it is. But I hope if we ever do more streams, I do want to like maybe I don't know how plausible this is. Do an unarchived karaoke stream because I am feeling kind of inspired from OSHIUPLINK and all the different concerts and whatnot to maybe looking to get into some Motoge stuff. But again, I'm gonna have to see if where with my living situation, if people around me are gonna be comfortable with that or not. Because I am probably gonna be loud and I don't have much soundproofing. Although I could probably set up a very like jank soundproofing system by having like bed sheets or whatnot over my mic. But then it's just gonna be so hot if I'm like doing that and cheering and just like moving around. And by the end of it, I come out and just like a pool of water just on the ground, just like you know. Sorry to make that disgusting sound, but you know what I mean, right? Can you tell I'm excited to come back to streaming? I haven't done this in a while. I'm honestly really excited. But yeah, we're going to shout out KRP today. If you don't know, we have a segment at the end of our streams called VTuber Shoutouts. We're going to shout out some people, VTubers in the community, big or small, indie or not, corpo or not. I don't know. We're going to do some VTuber shoutouts. If you want, if you are a VTuber or know anybody that would like to be shouted out at the end of my streams and posted all over on the socials, like you guys are gonna see hopefully later, right after the stream today, and on the chat and everything like that. I have a VTuber shoutouts form. You guys can check that out. I'll post the link as well in our chats. You guys can check that out. Yeah, I'm always checking that. So if you guys have any new suggestions, I always wanna shout you guys out because I say this all the time, but I can't really do too much for the community in terms of like art or like music or like whatnot. I'm kind of just a person that designs games, like physical games. I might wait. Oh wait, that reminds me. I was gonna say games, and then I just remembered that we could honestly, because I've always wanted to try to get into like coding and like making digital games. So I'm like, what if we have streams or videos where I go through like, maybe videos would be better because then I wouldn't have to like take up too much time learning this. And you guys can see like an edited cut version, but learning how like the basics of like video game programming, that could be really cool. We can actually maybe translate some of our completed physical games to digital. That would be really neat. Yeah, you can do something like that. But yeah, I was just saying I can't like offer too much in terms of like, at least I feel like I can't offer too much in terms of, in terms of the content that I make. So YouTube shoutouts is my way of giving back to the community, saying thanks to everybody for not only being here at the stream, but also just being a part of the VTuber community in general. I have a long continuing list. We're not even halfway through the list that I have made on my end. So it's like we got a lot to shout out in the future. So hopefully we can continue doing this. If I feel like it, I might actually do this like every, because I'm not switching to I'm doing more video content. Probably doing it at the end of the video in like a pinned comment or something like that, or on socials, just like whenever I upload a video, things something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But today we're gonna shout out Kira P Raptor Girl. Apparently, it seems like we can't rate her because she's doing a subathon, so fair enough. But hopefully some other stuff can happen in the future. We can raid into people. I'm honestly kind of glad. I don't want to take this out of context and saying I'm glad that we can't raid someone. That's a horrible thing to say, but in the sense that like I don't have to get over the nerves of raiding someone, even if it's like someone I know, either personally or just like interacted with them multiple times before, like my streamer friends and what have you. Bro, I'm every single time I'm still nervous. I'm just like, hello, do you know me? I'm like, hello,
do you know me? Or like not even do you know me? It's just like, hello, I'm here. I guess like even if we have a bunch of people on the stream that are rating into them, I'm just like, I am small indie company, small indie VTuber. Please notice me. I don't know. Or just kind of nerve wracking of like oh my gosh, I'm ranking this person I may look up to or like may know, um, kind of thing. But yeah, inventors, have a lovely weekend. I keep dragging this on. I see this is. I feel like this is a good sign though that I am a good streamer because I keep unintentionally yapping more. I don't know. Let me know. Do you guys like my yapping, or do you find it just kind of annoying? Because I feel like I sometimes get into little tangents. Maybe that's a good part. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you again to all you lurkers that are out there. Lurking my streams. Appreciate ya. All the VOD viewers as well. You guys are amazing. Supporting the channel even when we're not live, watching the content and everything. Appreciate y'all. Otherwise, I've been Wilson Goldfinch for the last time. Hopefully the last time before I interrupt myself. Maybe again. I don't know. This stream is going to keep going in this loop for eternity, guys. You're here with me forever. I've been Wilson Goldfinch for actually the last time now. You're a steampunk inventor from the Sky Save Lebanon. Have a lovely start to your week. And I hope everything goes smooth. And you get some rest because probably the weekend with Mother's Day happening was quite a bit. So get some good rest, get some good food. Stay hydrated, like I have been doing throughout the stream. Actually, we're gonna take before we end, we're gonna take a little hydration check here, chat, inventors, everybody else. Nice. Alrighty, I guess we'll see you in the next stream or video. Stay tuned on all my socials. Bye bye.